Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle for the win, and welcome to another best class setup video here in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. In this video, we are covering the Cordite SMG, which is one of the best SMGs in the game, in my personal opinion. One of the best base SMG, that is. There, of course, is a DLC SMG right now, but we're covering the Cordite, as I said in this video, which I believe is one of the best SMGs in this entire game. The Cordite performs very well from close and even medium ranges, so really good weapon. I really enjoy using it because it's just such a fun gun to use, and it is also very good. So jumping into the attachments, I have gone for FMJ, grip, and the belt fed operator mod. FMJ, pretty simple attachment. Basically, I put this attachment on pretty much all of my classes that can damage body armor, due to the fact that FMJ destroys body armor, which basically makes the gun kill in the same amount of shots that it would have if the player didn't have body armor. So FMJ is a very good attachment, and I love being able to wallbang people as well, because sometimes they are able to run around corners and I can take them out through the wall using FMJ. I've gone for grip because grip basically reduces the recoil so that there's less idle sway as well, I think. I'm not really sure exactly. Yeah, just reduce recoil while aiming down the sight. So when I fire this gun, because of the belt feed attachment, which I will get to in a minute, the grip basically just helps me control that recoil so that I don't, spray bullets all over the place and have really no control of the weapon, especially when I'm being shot at. Now jumping into the pretty much the big attachment of this weapon, which is of course the belt feed attachment. And what the belt fed operator mod does is it adds an extreme amount of ammo that is continuously fed to the weapon. Weapon may overheat from prolonged firing. So basically what the belt fed attachment does is it increases the standard magazine of the Cordite from 60 all the way up to 600 rounds. So it is an absolutely amazing operator mod. You can just spray and honestly get double or triple or quad feeds with this gun because of the fact that you can just fire a lot of ammo continuously. But you of course have to be careful because the gun can overheat, and that is of course something to be aware of when you're using the Cordite. But I think I've only had the gun overheat on me twice, and that was when I was going for like a triple feed or a quad feed, just because of the sheer fact that I just was shooting so many bullets down range. But basically, because of this operator mod, that is why I have grip. Because when you're shooting so many bullets at one continuous time, the gun tends to have a lot of recoil. So the grip, it makes that really controllable, and therefore leads to the gun being an absolute beast from close range and even medium range. There's been a few times where, because of the sheer fact that you can just spray a lot of bullets down range, I've been able to kill people from even long range because of the fact that you can just shoot and you don't have to ever worry about reloading. So love the belt feed operator mod. It makes the gun so much better, in my personal opinion, because the reload time, honestly, I feel is a little bit slow on the Cordite. I might be wrong on that, but that's just how I feel. So very good operator mod there as well. Now jumping into the gear, I've gone for the acoustic sensor because when it comes to SMG classes, rushing is the way of the game when it comes to an SMG, and I love rushing really heavily with this gun just because you can shoot so much and everything in that nature. So I have the acoustic sensor just so I have a 360 degrees knowledge of where people may be, which definitely helps me out a lot when it comes to getting in gunfights and rushing into their spawn and not being completely aware of where everybody is coming from. So that piece of gear really helps me out. Now jumping into the perks, I've gone for one of each perk. So for my perk 1, I've gone for flak jacket, just because I don't like getting blown up, and when you're rushing, getting blown up is a very common thing, so you got to be really careful if you're not using flak jacket. And with flak jacket equipped, I can just run and just really play very aggressive with this gun, and that is kind of the trick with this gun, to play aggressive. For my perk 2, I've gone for lightweight, just for the sheer movement speed, and I don't really like using any other perk 2s, honestly. Just have lightweight as that standard perk to use. Then finally, for my perk 3, I've gone for dead silence, just because I like being a little bit stealthy as well. And now people who are using the dead silence, the acoustic sensor gear, cannot detect me, which is really, really important, I think, when it comes to rushing. And now I can detect them if they're not using dead silence, and they can't detect me because I'm using dead silence. So really, really works out super, super well for you with using dead silence. But of course, with all these classes, they are subjective, and I actually don't use scavenger on this class because you don't need scavenger for this operator mod. The only thing scavenger does is replenishes the ammo back up to 600, and that is pretty much useless. It's a waste of a perk because I've never actually ever ran out of ammo with this gun or even gotten close. So definitely don't recommend using scavenger on this class because it's really not necessary. Next, jumping into my streaks, I've gone for the Hellstorm Missile, the Sniper's Nest, and the Attack Chopper. So the Hellstorm Missile, of course, is a very, very good streak. Always gets you 1 or 2 kills. Of course, sometimes you get 0, but most of the time you get 1 or 2 kills with it. Next, I've gone for the Sniper's Nest, which is probably one of the best streaks in the game. Just absolutely love the Sniper's Nest. I love how good it is and how many enemies it can kill. Actually, in this gameplay, it's protecting me a lot from getting shot in the back. So just love the Sniper's Nest, and the Attack Chopper is another really good streak as well. But that is the full class for the Cordite. Very, very fun class to use. Of course, with this class, the only way to get this is by leveling up the weapon all the way, and that can take a while. But you can use whatever you want with this gun, but this is just the class that I really like to use with this gun. Pardon me, whatever class you like to use is up to you as well. But I'll put the full class on the screen right now so you can see the full entire class in its entirety, just to get a good knowledge on it. But if you guys want a certain class down below, want a certain gun for me to cover, make sure you put that down below in the comment section, and I will try and read that and get that weapon out as soon as possible. But until then, I believe that our next class setup video will probably be one of the DLC weapons, probably the SMG, because I'm almost to tier 50, so that's probably the gun I will cover next. But leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, make sure to check out all of my other best class setup videos for Black Ops 4. We've done about 5 weapons, I think, so far. And yeah, so I'll see you guys on another video very, very soon.